as we get started with 5 possible rounds to work. Yair Rodriguez in green, Brian Ortega in the black. Oh, is that swollen on the right ankle, Paul? Can't quite tell. Here it is again. Oh. Jumped and then stumbled.
Watch the back leg of Rodriguez. He's going to look for inside kicks, body kicks, and left high kicks from this southpaw position of Ortega.
Ortega moving well early through the first 30. Woo, slugging it out right away. I tell you, this fight has kept me up at night when I think about how good it is.
Yeah, Ortega's got nasty boxing too. Don't sleep on it. You might think he's just a grappler, but he's got some nice, slick boxing.
And he's pressuring, moving forward. This is what he knows he's got to do.
Yep.
Got to get in Yair's face.
Yeah, you can't stay on the outside. You've got to pressure. That's what he's doing right off the bat. That was a hard kick from Rodriguez.
Rodriguez told us the other day, Ortega kind of exposed his game plan. He's backed up by a left. Oh, Yair is hammering away. Ortega's in deep trouble early.
He's got to be careful here.
Ortega is not out of it. He's got a big heart. It's not going to be that easy to just finish him out of there that quickly. But man,
solid knees to the body.
Shots. Heavy shots. He's got Ortega hurt.
Yair is trying to get him out of there, man.
Oh, he's got him hurt bad. Ortega hasn't gathered himself yet. He still needs more time.
That nose is busted.
And Rodriguez knows it. He sees the blood in the water. He knows how to get this finish. This is what his specialty is. Once he hurts you.
Hurt. He didn't like that front kick to the body.
Oh, man, elbows close.
But look at the toughness. Ortega's still trying to get this clinch.
He's eaten 1,000 body shots already.
His nose is really busted up early, too.
Nice head movement there. He's in this. He got it together. But Ortega is on that body work, and that's the key with somebody as tough as Ortega. You start attacking the body, it doesn't matter how tough you are. That body will fold if you leave it open.
A white-hot start for Rodriguez, who's already at 30 significant strikes.
He's got to be careful pulling back like that out of range, but he's not, and his hands are dropping.
And honestly, now that he let Ortega survive that onslaught, a lot of times guys get more dangerous after they get hit like that. It's like, I'm awake now, let's go.
Whoa.
A little stumble there.
Oh, kicks out the left leg. Oh, it's huge ground and pound for Rodriguez as he goes into the guard.
Yeah, but
Ortega's dangerous here.
I'll say so.
Watch the elbows of Rodriguez. He's tricky with the elbows on from this top position.
Trying to cover up is Yair trying to land a big one.
Nice punches from the guard.
Triangle. That's why they call him T-City, and he almost got one.
Man, I like the ferocity, though, that Rodriguez is fighting with.
Yeah, no fear in that guard. I mean, a lot of people go into the guard. Ortega just stand right up. Yair's attacking.
90 to go in what's been a frantic round 1.
The head right in the chin keeps it hard for the triangles to come in. It keeps it hard for the arm bars. And then the posture. So he's either postured up or his head's right in the chin of Ortega. And that's what's keeping him safe in the guard so far. Doesn't want to start leaning forward, though. If he starts leaning forward, that's what gives Ortega the options for the triangles and the arm bars. Nice back take here. Let's see what he can do with it. It's not quite in because you see Rodriguez has that knee in the middle, so he's still safe so far, but it's tricky. Ooh, he's
for a calf slicer. Yeah, I don't know if that was the move there. That was a bit of a mistake there from Rodriguez, in my opinion, because he had so much momentum with the ground and pound going there. I mean, I get that he's going for a nice finish, but put yourself in a bad position, allowing Ortega to get right back into a better spot.
Nice. Ortega drags Rodriguez to the ground.
And that was all the footwork of Ortega on the fence. He tripped that right in. You saw Rodriguez go for a Kimura, and then he tripped him off of it.
And now you're letting Ortega go into round 2, going, okay, there's definitely still light at the end of the tunnel. I can get myself into a position. If I can get to a dominant position on the ground, land a good elbow there.
Well, Ortega got himself back in the fight late, but it was a big first 5 minutes for Yair Rodriguez. Ready for round number 2 between Ortega and Yair Rodriguez.
Oh.
Ortega pressuring forward.
Yeah, that's what you got to do that to Rodriguez. You cannot give him space. He's so dynamic. You got to keep pressuring through all the offense of Rodriguez. Just eat it and keep going. That's why it's so hard to fight him. He makes you eat damage before you can hurt him.
Sizable swelling below the left eye of Ortega.
But this is good for Ortega. If he can keep getting past that kicking range and get his own boxing going, the better chance he can get a body lock and get in for a takedown. And we saw once he gets to a good position, he's as dangerous as ever. And he's got heart. He's definitely tough. Because a lot of people would not be in the...
Whoa,
interesting.
Fall. Ortega trying to frame Rodriguez against the fence. And
got the double.
Gotta watch his neck.
Rodriguez is in on the neck, so it's in, but he's got to get to his right hip in order to get any leverage.
Yeah, has no space right now. The fence behind him is preventing that.
Ortega feels it. He's got it. He's safe here. Otherwise, he would be trying to pass and do other things, but he knows there's not a ton of leverage yet.
Post on the left, staying poised.
Notice how you see you're seeing Ortega lean that right shoulder. It's because Rodriguez needs to get to his right hip, so that stopped the guillotine attempt in its tracks. And now you got 3 minutes.
3 minutes of Ortega, top control time. Look out.
Not a fun place to be.
And for all his decorated jiu-jitsu, his last submission came against Cub Swanson. That was in 2017.
Well, people caught on to how lethal he is, but that's why his boxing started to work. And you can see he's still got it. That boxing got him right into this position where now he's in a dominant grappling position he wanted to be, and now he's in control. And I don't know, it's hard to get this man off the top of you, especially with this much time left.
And you talked about it earlier, Dom, that Yair has to be offensive from this position on his back so that he has a safer chance to get up. Right now in this position, if he starts to try to get up, TCD has so many options to find submissions or ground and pound and just sit here and be heavy.
Rodriguez seems pretty comfortable just sitting here, kind of getting his air back, trying to stay safe. He's not eating a lot of shots, and he's not fighting off submissions. So technically, he's just kind of trying to get his air back, buy some time.
Guard closed for Rodriguez, 2 minutes in round 2. Oof.
It looks like Rodriguez is perfectly okay with keeping his full guard, because as long as you don't let Ortega pass, the threat of submissions isn't there. It's mostly the ground and pound you got to worry about here. So Rodriguez just keeping his guard closed. Notice he's not opening, because you're not seeing Ortega throw a ton of crazy strikes. I mean, Rodriguez is controlling the hands best he can, and now he'll use this space to try to create some kind of offense to get to his feet. But Ortega's doing a great job covering and floating and winning this second round.
Yair's got some blood, I think, in his eye.
Is it from Brian?
Big response, maybe. Big response in round 2 from Ortega.
Oh, no, I think he's split open as well.
Well, Ortega's landing some crafty elbows. Even with the hand control of Rodriguez, he's coming over the top and just elbowing him.
That big comeback round here for Brian Ortega, man. Hurt badly in that first, ended the round really strong, and then came right back out and got right back to work in round 2.
Showing his championship spirit.
Now both guys seemingly busted up. It looks like a cut under the eye, maybe.
Yeah.
Yair Rodriguez.
I was so impressed with how Ortega has marched through that offense of Rodriguez and then gotten to this position throughout the fight. I mean, he's just done so well staying tough in bad positions, and now look at him.
How about Brian Ortega in round 2? Another quick 30-second break. We'll see what's next. And after 10 minutes, Brian Ortega now the live betting favorite at -150.
What we just learned is if Ortega can get Rodriguez to his back, this fight could be over. He's not attacking Ortega from his back, so if Ortega can get it back down again with this stuff, he has a very good chance at winning this fight, ladies and gentlemen. He's in this completely. Rodriguez is letting him in on this body lock. He needs to defend. He needs to cinch down on that overhook that he's got right now because he's letting Ortega control him with the head position and the underhook, and that gives the trip. This is not good for Rodriguez because he showed he doesn't have a ton of offense from his back right now against Ortega. Ortega's gonna look to set up a triangle or an armbar from here if he doesn't just keep the elbows going.
Impressive, man, to see Brian bounce back like that in round 2, and then right here, starting right back where he left off.
Oh, there it is. Goodness, he swings off to the side. He's got it locked up.
Oh, that's in.
And he's got 4 minutes.
That's
the
over.
tap.
He got it.
Brian Ortega comes into the Lion's Den and beats Yair Rodriguez.
Got it.
Redemption for T-City by submission in round 3. Welcome back, Brian Ortega.
Look at this trip. He gets the underhook, controls it, makes it look easy. Floors him, goes straight to mount, and then straight to an elbow. From an elbow, he uses the protection of Rodriguez from that elbow to get this arm triangle. And here it is. I mean, beautiful finish. It's one of the easiest chokes to finish, but also one of the easiest chokes to defend. So the fact that he's able to get it like that, I mean, he's so crafty. He's such a nasty black belt, Ortega.
Referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 58 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle, Brian T-City.